rearrange yourself as needed. Ow. Oh, shit. I knocked that pencil over. Or that pen. Actually, oh, yay. My mic's finally working. Love my children to death, but they got to stop touching my shit.
All right. Wait. Oh, wait, there we go.
There it is. Got it. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
Is there like anything on your end that's zooming in on me?
No. This is this is the screen resolution that I use for the Google Meet that then gets broadcasted over to my my desktop via capture card.
It wants to capture
Something.
all of my pores and follicles and hairs and everything else about me, apparently.
There we go. This is what happens. My kids keep screwing around with all my stuff, and then I wonder why everything's so soft. It's because they keep changing the volume on the actual speaker. Oh, see, now that's so much better because I was up to like 72. I'm going, man, I still could barely hear you.
Nice.
Anyway. Yes. Okay, let's do this, shall we?
Okay.
All right, muting Zealeus. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the other... Oh, my goodness gracious, let's try this again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Ultimate Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Are you talking correctly now?
I believe I am. Ladies and gentlemen, I, of course, am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific commenter himself, Zealeus.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to be seen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Thursday Night Hangout. This is a live show where we try our best to cover the topics most important to you during the show. At any point during the show, if you have any questions, comments, topics, opinions that you would like to share with the class, please do so by dropping it in the chat, be it on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook.
What if I don't have any topics or opinions or thoughts? What if I'm a vast void of zeros?
Then just tune in and let all of the knowledge that we're about to give you soak into your brain like a sponge.
I was talking for myself.
Well, Zealeus, you have to give your some opinions because I will force the matter.
How?
I will kidnap Rose.
Oh, that's fighting work, sir. That is
I know.
Fighting.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man.
I will cover your house in Georgia paraphernalia.
You don't want to start a war with my wife.
I'm just saying. She might take it on you if she can't find me.
Oh, no. She'd hunt you down, sir. She'd hunt you down. Speaking of hunting down.
Oh, dear.
Or being scared out of your mind. I have to say that the first story I want to talk about is actually, I don't know. I think this is like a sign of you did something right, okay? There's a story that's circulating right now surrounding the latest Resident Evil Requiem.
Okay.
And the story goes something like this. A gamer, consumer, posted a negative review and requested a refund for Resident Evil Requiem because it was too scary.
Too scary, oh! Scary the game!
Isn't that exactly what you want, though? I mean...
I don't know. It sounds like the perfect game for you.
See, like... This sounds like, Resident Evil is supposed to scare the socks off you. And if you're not wearing socks, Zealeus, because I know that's where your mind went, scare the pants off you.
If it scares my slippers off.
Oh, well, fine. It will scare something off your body.
What about my shirt on the show?
Let's try not to blind the audience, shall we?
I'm just saying, you know.
Anyways, but seriously, I mean, it's kind of funny, but I mean, seriously, you bought Resident Evil. What did you expect?
I expected a pleasant game where I take down the evil, where I'm perfectly happy and go lucky.
I mean,
Isn't that what happens?
I I don't know. I
I don't
will
know
say
either.
this: way back in the day, I don't remember which Resident Evil it was exactly, but I went over to my buddy's place when I lived when I went to Full Sail.
Yep.
Went over to a buddy's place, and on the GameCube they had there was a Resident Evil game, and they're like, dude, you got to play with all the lights out. I'm like, of course, horror game, totally makes sense. And so you end up in like this like really weird village, and I had like climbed into this house, and the next thing you know, you see a chainsaw basically whip over your shoulder because it's first person, so you see the like the very end of the chainsaw as it then cuts you in half, and it scared the
You
bejesus out of me.
feel like you were being cut in half, like as this was happening.
Yeah, because I was so into the game because dark corners, strange noises. Because my buddy also had like a really nice surround sound setup, which
Nice.
Even more immersion.
That's why people actually recommend playing like really scary games with a good surround sound headset, actually.
Yes,
Because if you have a good headset, it really gets that creepy immersion.
yes,
Because it's hard to get a good like surround sound speaker set up for your desk.
this is true. You gotta go in on a really nice pair of headphones,
There you go.
and then pray that no one walks into the room. For you, that would be even scarier.
Maybe it just adds to the realism of the scariness.
If
Of
someone
how,
tapped you on the shoulder.
and like you actually get scared to think they're a chainsaw, so like you backstab them because you have a knife,
Mhm.
waiting for that person to come, and like it ends up being a small child that you stab. That'd be terrible.
Oh boy,
Oh boy.
that's gonna be a hard one to explain.
I mean, they might understand it if you explain to them the game and what's happening. Like, oh, okay, that tracks.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
mean, it makes
anyway.
sense to me.
But anyways, once again, game too scary. So
I mean, that sounds like a sales pitch for you if I've
I know.
ever heard it, man.
Congratulations. Now I have to look into this game.
Yes. Go back to the scary days, playing in the dark.
Yeah, I haven't had like a really good scary game as of late. I need what I really need to do is I need to circle back and actually play all the way through Alan Wake 2. I picked it up and then I got kind of like distracted by
Sidetracked.
something and never went back.
That happens all too easily.
Yes, it
In
does.
life, in games, yes.
Yes. Like I was playing a couple of games, and then the next thing I know, somebody was like, "Dude, you have to play this game called High on Life," and I'm like, and it was on like super sale on Steam, so like, all right, I'll give it a shot. That's a messed up game. Not scary,
And
but it's messed up.
did you get high?
You feel like you've gotten high because all of your weapons talk to you.
Your weapons don't talk to you in real life?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then.
Zealeus, is there something you need to talk about?
I thought this was normal. My knives talk to me. They tell me to go stabby stabby. Isn't that normal?
Oh, the knife definitely goes, oh, let's stab this guy. Let's stab
Yeah.
him right in the gut.
I thought everyone heard those voices in their head.
Nope.
Oh,
Zealeus,
oh,
you're
oh,
special.
oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyways, the next topic we have is there was an announcement for one of the re-releases of one of the Pokemon games. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but the Pokemon company was excited to announce that there is going to be a swear filter that's going to be installed, so that you can keep it will keep the potty humor out. Now, here's the thing. I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe this Pokemon game has some like online capabilities, but at the same time, it made me think, if it's mostly a single player game, why would I want a swear filter on?
Because of the kids.
Okay.
I got nothing else. I have no real answers.
Oh man, now my kids can't name all of their Pokemon. Poop, boob, hell,
No, you just got to do B00B.
8008.
So many variations.
8008 1 3 3 5.
3-5, yeah. Yes.
Oh, the good old days with the calculator.
Oh, yes. As a fifth grader, you thought you were being so ingenious.
Yeah. Some of that potty humor never went away.
And nor should it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, but seriously, in all seriousness, I mean, I guess technically I could see the point of having a swear filter on a single player game, but to me, at my advanced age, I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Well, you could also set it up for your kids. I think that's part of the idea, though, right?
True.
Your kids are playing it, you turn on the swear filter, which is still interesting because they'd have to put in the swear words themselves, and then it filters out the swear words they're putting in.
And if it's something that can be toggled, wouldn't the kids just go into the settings when you're not looking and just toggle it off?
Yeah, a kid would never be so devious. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what kind of kid you're raising, but we would have never done such a nefarious act.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
But yeah, I don't know.
So, are you getting the new Pokemon game?
No. Well, no. My eldest wants me to get the new Pokemon game. And I'm like, well, if you've got $70 lying around, then let's go get it.
But aren't you a Pokemon player?
Once upon a time, I'll dip my toe into the pool every once in a blue moon.
I don't know. Sounds like a good reason to come back to the fold.
I've got too many games to play already. I don't need to add that one to the thing. I'm still already trying desperately to keep myself from accidentally buying the Suikoden 1 and 2 package on the Switch, because I know once that happens, you're not going to see me for a while.
So if your family buys them the package for you, they're trying to tell you something, is what I'm hearing.
They're like, we want you to just go away for a little bit.
Yes.
Speaking of Suikoden, though, real quick, they have there is of course, I think we talked about this maybe like half a year ago. There is a Suikoden anime that's coming down the pipeline. They have released some of the early couple cutscenes and stuff. It looks good. It looks really good.
Of course, as a Suikodener as yourself, it's something you're gonna have to watch.
Yes. Oh God, yes. Yes, I will be watching it. And the 108 characters that they'll have to introduce you to. Well, more than 108.
Like Maniacs thing where they just very quickly introduce 80 of them in a minute. And there you go.
Here's these guys. Most of them they're fishermen and blacksmiths. They basically are the exact same thing. We just changed the design up a little bit. One's got a red bandana, one's got a blue bandana, one's got a green bandana. But you can definitely tell them apart.
And you just meet them all in passing throughout the series.
Yeah, you just once you return to your castle or your boat or your what was the other thing? I think it was mainly castle or boat. Or maybe airship as well.
What about Zeppelin? Yeah, all those games have Zeppelins or airships.
Right, but I'm just saying that in the original Suikoden, you accidentally find this rundown, or not accidentally, but you find this rundown castle in the middle of the lake. And that's where you basically build your stronghold, and as you gain more of those 108 characters, the castle basically fleshes out.
Nice.
So, but you all of the 108 characters, I think 26 of them were actual characters you could use in combat. And if you got the full set of fishermen, then you could do a special attack with the fishermen if you had your action points up or something. I can't. It's been a really long time, but something around along those lines.
You slap them with a bass.
No, they just hook them and rip them apart. Dismemberment.
I mean, a fishing lure through the head, man, that'll leave a mark if you get him just right.
Yeah, very aware.
Yeah.
Very aware. I've got personal experience with that. Thank you, Zealeus.
And you lived to tell the tale. So I guess maybe the attack's not as effective as I thought.
No, and thankfully the scar is still, well, in my receding hairline. So,
Is that why you wear a hat at all the shows so we don't see your scar?
Exactly. That's why I wear a hat. I don't want to scare the kids.
I don't know. I think we're going back to the Resident Evil. We're scaring people's a good thing.
That's true. That's the point of the game.
So we're missing out on.
Speaking of points of the game, or childhoods and all that stuff, I'm not going to say that I'm going to run out and see this, but all of these new horror movies that are based off of things that have gone into public domain, like there's going to be a horror Barney movie. There's been horror Winnie the Pooh movies. There is a horror Pinocchio movie coming out. I kind of like if it's on one of the streaming services, I might sit down and have a look. Not gonna lie.
It's just and I'm scanning through Netflix and I'm like, the horror show of Winnie the Pooh. I'll be like, all right, I'll check it out and see what this is about. But kind of like you, it's not something I'm going to hunt out. I mean, there's not really any shows I hunt out. I'm just like, oh, this show's been out for 5 years and it's finally on streaming service. Cool, I can watch it. Like apparently Netflix decided that today's the day to get all the Jurassic movies.
Yes.
So now they're on Netflix. You can watch them in all their glory and watch 5 or 6 movies of dinosaurs of the same plot line where like we thought it was perfectly safe to go dig up this dinosaur to get the DNA to save all mankind, but yet there's secretly a scientist who's just going to use it to give to the evil warlord to actually create evil animals to go kill people and stuff, and then it turns out that the dinosaurs get loose and we have to escape or some shit.
Like I'm going to be totally honest with you. I've been okay with most of the Jurassic Park, but like them doing all of the gene splices to create the perfect dinosaur, I'm kind of like, it's a little too much for me.
It does the kind of thing because like each one is a bigger and splicier dinosaur.
Yeah.
And now there's the new one with Scarlett Johansson, I think. Isn't she the main person in it?
She is one of them, and they're like trying to get like a cure for like some illness or something, maybe. I don't know.
Again, that's the plot of every one of them. Only on the surface. That's what they want you to believe, is that they're getting a cure for something.
No, most of them are about a freaking amusement park that goes wrong.
Well, the last 2, there was like something about a cure for something, but it was really the evil lord who was using that as a cover to get him the DNA to create like super soldiers or super dinosaurs. I don't know.
I don't know.
That much attention to the plot.
There are 2 movies. No, I mean not Jurassic Park, but there are 2 movies that I am interested to see, and I mean I don't know if I'll run out to a theater, but I might seek these out a little bit more than most. And one of them is the new Ryan Gosling movie, Project Hail Mary. That just seems interesting to me.
I guess it was a book originally because I saw somebody on one of my Discords was asking for it.
And then the other one, which is just the premise is just so weird that I have to see it, and that is The Sheep Detectives, starring Hugh Jackman. And the synopsis is: every night a shepherd reads aloud a murder mystery, pretending his sheep can understand. When he is found dead, the sheep realize at once that it was a murder and think they know everything about how to go about solving it. It's so weird.
One I give a shout out to that was much better than I thought it would be was Predator Badlands. It was actually kind of a heartwarming movie about Predator, to be honest.
Yes.
And Ellie Fanning, I think that was the feat. Like she was phenomenal in it. So It was actually a good movie. So that is one I would highly recommend watching is Predator Badlands. It was actually fun.
Yeah. Now, that speaking of TV shows, I don't know if you have been paying very much attention, but there is something happening right now revolving around a certain actor that goes by the name of Nathan Fillion.
Okay, I know who he is.
He has been putting up cryptic Instagram videos and visiting certain individuals' houses. Certain individuals, such as Jewel State, Summer Glau, what's her name? Oh my gosh.
What about the African American one, Gina?
Yes, her as well.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my gosh, what is her name?
She's been in a bunch of stuff.
I know. I'm just trying to remember all the people's name. I'm like blanking out on. Oh my god, I'm just gonna cheat.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. But yeah,
he's been showing up to random people's houses and saying, "You ready?" And when he went to visit Jewel State's house, she goes, "Shiny." I'm like getting like shivers. I'm like, please. I mean, I don't know what they would do. But this is, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're living under a freaking rock, he's been visiting the cast of Firefly.
Yeah.
Knocking on their doors and giving something.
Isn't he in a TV show right now, like The Rookie or something?
Yeah, he's on The Rookie.
Yeah. I've never seen it, but I just familiar with it.
But basically, there is an announcement coming soon. The announcement is coming Sunday, March 15th. And just in case you were wondering, it's not a convention, it's not a podcast, and it's not a crossover.
It's an audiobook.
a full ensemble cast, Firefly audible adventure.
It's a 5-minute web show. Let's go.
I mean,
but this way, anything Firefly TV related, I'm not gonna get my hopes up, and if it ever happens, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah,
it's kind of where I'm at. I'm like,
Now the real question is, if it is truly a Firefly, something.
Yeah.
Do they retcon Wash's death? I mean, I need him in the pilot seat. I'm sorry, but I do.
I mean, there's ways around it. They'll figure it out.
True. Anyways, don't want to get my hopes up, but already getting my hopes up. Just got to wait.
Yeah, I mean, I'm when it comes to Firefly, I'm past the point of kind of caring, honestly. I'm just kind of like, because I feel like every couple of years there's the hope and prayers of a resurrection or a reboot. It never happens. So I'm just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just jaded because I've seen the hopes get crushed one too many times.
Yes.
And I don't want my heart to be devoured and eaten again.
Yeah. By the way, I know that it's Thursday, but real quick, there are a couple birthday shout-outs I got to give. One is to our longtime buddy, Jason, who has appeared on many, many, many of our shows. His birthday was this past Tuesday, and he has been on a whirlwind tour of going places. He went to Battle and Brew Tuesday night. Was it Tuesday night? Or maybe it was Monday night. He went to Battle and Brew for one of the days. Yep. And now he is going to be he is a little monster, which if you don't know what that means, look it up. But basically he's at a concert right now.
Isn't it Lady Gaga?
Yes. He is at a Lady Gaga concert. His whole family, his whole troupe is at the Lady Gaga concert. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I may not know all the Lady Gaga songs, but I've heard that it is like an experience that if you get a chance to experience, you got to do it. And so I'm slightly jealous.
It's same. Like, I know a couple of her songs.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them probably.
Yeah.
But kind of same, where like people I've known for like over a decade ago.
Yeah.
Were like, this is the greatest experience of my life for a concert, because that's what she does. She puts on a show.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where like she's not necessarily my specific genre, but I can totally respect somebody who clearly is extremely talented and puts a lot of work into making an experience for the fans.
Yes.
With her crazy wackadoodle costumes. I've gone down. It was actually a couple of weeks ago. I did actually go down a Lady Gaga rabbit hole because I saw like one of her VMA videos where she was like, I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
And I just started watching other videos of her. So I'm like, I have no idea what's going on here. But it's fabulous.
Yep.
And yeah, she actually reminds me of a modern day Madonna. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
It's like, it's her own version, but it very much has that same feeling Madonna, where it's like she does her own thing, she does how she wants to. She's obviously an actress, she does the movies. That's what she reminds me of. She's like Madonna for our crazy days.
Yes. The other birthday is to my niece Jackie. So happy birthday.
I do have to say, Lady Gaga was in one of the most boring movies I've ever seen. The Joker.
Oh, the second one.
Yeah, it was so bad. And it had nothing more with the acting. Like, the acting was fine. Her and Joaquin Phoenix, if I remember right.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Thank you, yeah. Mm-hmm. The acting was perfectly fine. Just the actual story itself was like, this is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So it just is. So, yeah, I would definitely. So, Predator Batman's great. The Joker 2 is some French subtitle I'm not even trying to pronounce. Just skip it.
Yep. Okay. Speaking of other TV shows, getting back on the Firefly heartbeat, there is another TV show that's highly anticipated. It's based off a very popular book series called Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Oh.
Remember we talked about this like a while ago. The company that is that's producing it is Fuzzy Door Productions, which is the same dude as it's Seth MacFarlane. So like Family Guy and all that stuff.
Is this an animated or live action?
It's gonna be live action.
Has Seth MacFarlane done live action comedies? Has he done live action, or is he just done
he does his show The Orville, which was kind of like a spoof of Star Trek.
I mean, it sounds like you have the right person to do something like a Carl.
Yes.
I mean, that's
So basically, there's just a slight update to it. There have been a couple of episodes that have been written. Okay. The author, of course, is keeping a very close eye because he doesn't want it to go off the rails. He wants it to stay true.
Sure.
So.
Does this mean I'm gonna actually have to read some Dungeon Crawler now? Because I not actually read it.
You should.
I've heard it's great.
Huh?
I've heard it's great.
It's great. I think I'm on book 6, but I've been bouncing around to all these other books. It is different the way that I mean, it's like you're reading. It's not an isekai, and you're not getting transported to a different world, but
it's lit RPG technically, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So you gotta go in knowing that there's gonna be some RPG elements to it. The main character Carl's stats and his special abilities he takes, and then the armor that he equips, and how that changes the character and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of RPG mechanics that go into it. And I've read quite a few of the RPG lit books other than Dungeon Crawler Carl, and Dungeon Crawler Carl is definitely at the top of the pile. But if you're looking for something that's slightly different but still the same, I would recommend also Judicator Jane. So
I've read one other lit RPG series, and I don't know if you can recommend it on a PG-13 show.
Oh, that one.
It's one of those, which is not terribly uncommon with lit RPG from what I've seen.
No, I also I found one that I was like, oh, this sounds interesting, and then within the first like third of the book, I'm like, okay, this is not a book that I can recommend to many people.
I will say the one I'm reading, or I guess have read now, like I honestly can't remember the title, but like there are the steamy parts, but it's actually, even if you don't enjoy the steamy parts, the actual story and the RPG part is actually pretty fun.
It's nice when books can strike a nice balance.
Yeah, like I'm fine with steamy parts, but like if the rest of the book isn't good, like that's not enough to get me to read more. Like there has to be more than just steamy parts if it's that type of book. Like the rest of it still has to be good for me. Is kind of how I am with those type of books.
Yeah. So anyways, Dungeon Crawler Carl, it is truly happening. There's been episodes and scripts written. They still don't have a release date because there's just a couple of episodes. I don't know what the order was for. I would assume there's probably somewhere between 8 to 12 episodes, knowing that that's kind of become the norm for streaming. It's going to be on a streaming service. It's not going to be like ABC, Fox, NBC, whatever. Oh, random tangent here. But, ABC, Fox, all the CBS, you've got those very long-running series.
Yep.
I don't know why I didn't know this, but if you have like a Chrome device, there's something called Google Free Play, and it's kind of like it's kind of like over-the-air TV plus a bunch of like free TV channels. And I know we jokingly say, like if you're ever staying in a hotel, you could always find CSI, NCIS, or
Law and Order.
Law and Order. There it is. You can find one of those on like anytime during the day. Well, there is with this Google Free Play, there are like certain channels that's the theme. It's like there's a Murder, She Wrote channel, and that's all it's on is Murder, She Wrote. There was a TV show that I stumbled upon. I think it was released in, I'm cheating here. I'm trying to find out when it was actually started. 2008, and it's still going. It's called The Murdoch Mysteries. It's set in the 1890s, where a police inspector uses his radical forensic techniques for the time, including fingerprinting and trace evidence, to solve some of the city's most gruesome murders. And there is a Murdoch Mysteries channel, and I've been watching it like nonstop the last 2 days. But the thing that has gotten me or messed my brain up is that this Google Free Play acts like real TV, not streaming TV. So there's been a couple times where I've grabbed my remote to try to pause the show, and nothing's happening, and I'm going, what? No, pause, and then I'm like, oh shit, this is what it was like when we were growing up. There's no pause.
Once upon a time, I remember that, and I remember we were watching a show. My parents were like, John! And I think we're still of that era. When your parents called, you weren't allowed to be like, I'll be down there in a minute. No,
yeah.
You got your ass downstairs, your ass was grass.
Yeah.
But yeah, to your point, you'd be watching a show, and like, if you're watching that episode, who knows when it would be back on to watch again? It's not like
that was the other thing. It was not like there's no the chances were that the show was going to do a sequential order. Yes. So if it was a rerun, then you got to just catch it when they restart that season. But yeah,
so real quick, just for fun, you can get via Kindle 7 books, although there's 8 right now.
Yep.
The first 7 books, a Dungeon Crawler
Carl.
Oh, goodness. For $38.43, which for 7 books,
that's a good deal.
Yeah,
it's really a really fucking good deal.
Yes. And it's kind of interesting because, like, I mean, I know the Kindle platform has its drawbacks from art for, people who write books because of it's basically a monopoly for books.
Yes.
But at the same time, a little bit kind of like the Steam, where like Dungeon Crawler Carl pre-Kindle probably would have never happened.
No.
Because like this whole little RPG genre basically was on like forums.
Yep.
And you go like, basically not Twilight, but what was the 50 Shades of Grey, right? Or basically it was the,
it was
slash
the,
report.
well, 50 Shades of Grey was first a fanfic in the universe of Twilight.
Yeah. And that's what I get though. Like it'd be like on those forums and you'd find them, if that was your thing. But like they would never become published, with like a rare exception like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yep.
Versus now, you do it like I see lit RPG advertised all the time on Kindle. Yeah. So on one hand, I do get, the writer's issues with Kindle, and I think they're valid.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the flip side where you kind of do get a whole different opportunity to probably read art, writers and books that we never would have got to in the past.
True. Now, of course, the other thing about e-readers and Kindles in general is that they have gone basically the way of software, where technically you have the right, you've got like a license to read the book. You don't actually own the book.
Yeah, so like if my Amazon account gets canceled because who knows what happens, to your point, also I lose all my Kindle books.
Yep.
So yeah, there are definitely pros and cons. And that's Yep.
All right, we are going to pause real quick to thank the individuals who help Alter Confusion be the Alter Confusion that you love and adore, and that, of course, is the friends of the show. So without further ado, let's give some shout-outs, shall we? The first one, of course, is the Indie Cluster. The Indie Cluster is an the Indie Cluster is an organization of independent game developers that want to gain exposure by being involved in the community. They collectively journey to popular conferences as a traveling booth to help gain attention for their games. They make partnerships in local communities to bring games to the mainstream mindset. They highlight local, unusual, and rare concepts that challenge the paradigm of the common. They also host events to teach kids and minority groups about game development to hopefully one day enter the industry themselves. If you want more information, go to indiecluster.com. The next shout-out we're going to give is to the AV Master himself. That, of course, is Noodle Boy Media. Founded in 2015 by Andrew Tran, Noodle Boy Media, previously Whack Kid 47 Media, is your choice for professional photo shoots and panel recordings at conventions. They pride themselves in providing a high level of professionalism, top-notch experiences, and quality services. If you want more information and to view their full list of services, check out facebook.com/noodleboymedia. The next shout-out we got to give is to an individual who I hope gets better. He has been sick for like the past week. But anyways, for all those aches and pains, if you're in the greater Atlanta area, I highly recommend you go to Hero Chiropractic. Hero Chiropractic is a unique healthcare practice set up by Ryan Moore. The company's focus to elevate a patient's experience of freedom, creative expression, and joy. They believe that everyone can be a hero and has incredible heroic potential inside themselves waiting to be unleashed. Hero Chiropractic focuses on mobile chiropractic care in the greater Atlanta area. They are committed to healing clients by creating a plan of action uniquely suited for each person. They make that plan of action as convenient and affordable as possible, and most importantly, suited to your individual needs. For more information, go to herochiropractic.com. The next shout-out we're going to give is to the Music Maestro himself, and that, of course, is CrossPad Creative. Need a new logo or want to work on a full branding and content strategy? Or maybe you need music or audio for your content? CrossPad Creative offers a whole host of solutions for individuals and small businesses. Wait, hold on. Did I just jump a bunch of lines? Let's try this one again. Need a new logo or want to work on a full branding and content strategy? Or maybe you need music or audio for your content, just like Alter Confusion. CrossPad Creative offers a whole host of solutions for individuals and small businesses. Just email Josh at crosspadcreative@gmail.com and see what he can do for you.
There you go. Those were words.
Yep, words. And the final shout out we got to give is to the original backer on Patreon for Alter Confusion. That, of course, is Agile Axiom. By day, Axe leads both the development team and system administration team working with satellites at NASA's Goddard campus. But while not in meetings, and many times during, he is the Agile evangelist, Agile Axe, championing the philosophy of Agile and trying to make the world a better place for software developers, testers, system admins, and software projects the world over. A decade of his experience in software development and leading Agile teams are brought to bear against evil processes, inefficient work, and bad habits. For more information, go to agileaxiom.com. Man, I apologize. I keep jumping words here. I don't know what's going on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know at this
words, man.
I know at this very moment in time you are dying to know, how do I become a friend of the show? Well, it's quite simple. Ladies and gentlemen, Alter Confusion survives on the love and support of fans like you, and so we have a Patreon page. Patreon lets you, the fans, lovers, haters, demigods, interdimensional beings, gods, demons, aliens, werewolves, vampires, swamp creatures, mummies, supporters, and more to become active participants in the work we love through a monthly membership. This gives you access to exclusive content, community, and insight into our creative process. In exchange, we gain a bit more freedom to do our best work and the stability we need to build an even stronger creative career. We currently have 2 tiers. You got the $1 a month tier. That's $1 a month or $12 a year. What you get is early access to all of our playthroughs, as well as the ability to participate in Patreon-only posts. Now, if you're feeling extra frisky, you could bump that up to a $5 a month tier. That's $5 a month or $60 a year. What you get is everything at the $1 tier, plus your name or organization added to the Friends of the Show section of every single Thursday night hangout. So if you want to become a patron of Alter Confusion, go to Patreon. That's patreon.com/ oh my God. Oh my tongue twister here. Let's try this again. www.patreon, that's patreon.com/Alter Confusion.
Words.
Man. Words. My God, man. Words.
You need to take lessons from Carl, apparently.
Okay. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to announce that for the 15th year straight, we are fundraising for Extra Life. Extra Life is gamers doing what they do best, game, to help sick and injured children at their chosen Children's Miracle Network Hospital. The money that we raise through Extra Life will go directly to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta as unrestricted funds. This means the hospital decides where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars we raise make the biggest impact in the lives of the kids they treat. So, if you have the capacity to donate, please go to extra-life.org and search for Alter Confusion today. Okay. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we got to do a personal shout out. And that, of course, is I know that there are some of you out there who are dying to get your hands on some Alter Confusion merch, be it a hat, be it a coffee cup, be it a vinyl sticker, which is freaking durable, or I finally found the beanie. The Alter Confusion beanie. Go to alteredconfusion.tv/merch and you can get your swag today.
There you go.
I did it, ladies and gentlemen. I did it. All right. Let's go with some. There was a lot of potential, and then they fell flat on their faces section of the show, because I feel like that's become a norm now.
Highguard?
Let's talk about Highguard, which they are still creating content for, but they are officially shutting down. Let's see here. On March the 12th. So in 7 days, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to try out Highguard, you have a week. And then it goes bye-bye.
I think I'll pass. I think
there's enough games out there.
So I think I'm good to still probably not play for the next 7 days. I somehow will get by on life.
Yes. Now, that being said, the art director, I think it's the art director. No, sorry, it's the design director. My of High Guard has released a statement. And I'm just going to read it to you real quick. It is got a little bit of link to it, but I think it'll be worth it. The post that no developer ever wants to make. We are shutting down our game on March 12th after only 7 weeks. We swung for the fences in a saturated market and made something genuinely new that we love to play. Regardless of how it turned out, I'm proud that we tried to bring something original to the table in the shooter space. The dev team was the best I've had the pleasure of being on, and the memories of building that team up, creating a game from scratch, and playtesting it over the years will always overshadow the difficulties we all went through since the announcement of the game. For the people who enjoyed High Guard, I can't express how much it meant to us that you showed up. There weren't a lot of you, but you meant everything to us, and it kept us motivated. The few remaining developers on the skeleton crew at Wildlight have been showing up, working tirelessly on creating new features and finishing up some that were partially completed, which includes a new character that was just released today. Since launch, we shipped meaningful updates every week for 6 weeks, including a rank system, new modes, new maps, a bunch of performance updates, meaty raid mode improvements, and one more big content drop is in the stage right now, which I believe is the new character. We were trying to turn the ship around by focusing on retention and showing the small but passionate community that we would show up strong as long as we could, and hopefully they would too. It was impressive from a dev perspective, if not actually sustainable for us in the long term. Everyone has their thoughts on why the game failed to find an audience. Many theories are partially true, and many are way off the mark. I have my insights, and everyone who worked on it will be thinking about it for years to come. I pity anyone who grabs a beer with me in the next 6 months, as this is all you will hear about. Either way, I learned more from releasing High Guard than from 7 previously successful shooter games. Those lessons will help me and any team I'm on in the future, so if nothing else, I value that greatly. At the end of this 4-year journey, I'm immensely proud of the team and of the game. We may not have had many players, but I was one of them.
I'm curious what lessons they learned.
So one of the rumors about why it failed was that they marketed themselves, Wildlight, as an indie studio, but it was actually like a 10-cent offshoot. And there was a lot of people that felt betrayed.
Do you think that in of itself was why it failed? I mean,
no.
Obviously, gamers heard about that and they're like, WTF.
Yes.
But I think if it was a good of game to not dip to 500 players, within a month,
yeah,
people would have still given negative reviews because people get negative reviews for anything. But that of itself was, I don't think, a reason that it failed. I think it was silly that they did that.
Yes.
But that of itself, whatever. I think that's what I actually found most fascinating is they said, of the 7 shooters they played, they learned the most. Well, what lessons did you actually learn? I think was that I'd be curious to hear. Like, is it don't enter a saturated market where you're battling in some, what is it? Marvel's, the one that has the Marvel characters.
Marvel Rivals.
Thank you, Rivals. And then now Overwatch is like resurgent again. And of course, they're going up the classics of, Valorant, PUBG, and all those that are already entrenched in the ecosystem. Now you got Marathon coming out from Bungie. Yep. So it's such a freaking competitive marketplace for that genre. And I know they're trying to do something different. I get that. They're still, I think, from the gamer's perspective, in the same genre.
Yes. Just for anyone curious, there's currently 377 players playing it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you have the PvP adjacent ones like Helldivers 2 and what's that one that just came out a month or two ago? that's like PvP, PvE. Crimson Arc or something, Crimson Raiders.
You mean Arc? It's not Arc Raiders, is it?
Yes, Arc Raiders. That's super popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of a PvPvE game, there was another game that is unfortunately that just came out January 21st, and it is already headed to closure as well. And that game is called Eldegard, which was formerly Legacy, Steel, and Sorcery.
I haven't heard of that one, to be honest.
So there was a bunch of people. From my understanding, there were people that had worked on World of Warcraft that formed their own studio called Notorious Studios. And they launched Eldegard on Steam January 21st. And it was an extraction PvPvE shooter where you're one of 6 classes: warrior, wizard, priest, paladin, rogue, or hunter. It was action combat melded with light MMO elements. Players fought skeletons, goblins, wolves, bosses, and other players to gather loot and resources to extract with.
Oh, I remember actually seeing this on Steam like last week when I was just scrolling through random shit, actually.
Perhaps. And for those out there who are wondering, there are 67 players.
Is this game shutting down too?
Oh, yeah. It's shutting down. Let's see here. When does it say? It will be shutting down indefinitely March 31st.
Okay. Yeah, I remember seeing this like last week, and I was like, I never heard of the game until it somehow randomly showed up on my list.
Yes.
And then I remember looking at the Steam reviews. I'm like, oh, nobody's actually played this game. That's interesting.
No, I vaguely remember Legacy, Steel, and Sorcery like that. Be like, hey, this is a game to look out for, and then I kind of forgot about it. And now apparently it's so
yeah. Oh, apparently there's a Slay the Spire 2 in early access.
Ooh. Oh, speaking of early access, I did try out that game from the developers behind Time Splitters called Beyond Words, which is basically it's like the Baltro, but instead of cards, it is Scrabble. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's a Scrabble-esque game where you're trying to score enough points in a certain amount of moves, and there are power-ups that you can use that will enhance your score, and then there's of course boss abilities that will basically negate the score off of any of certain letters. It's not bad.
I'm kind of curious because another game like that just came out. It's called Poker Night: The Inventory, or Poker Night at the Inventory.
Dude, that's a very old game.
Is it like
that's Penny Arcade? And no, it was a Penny Arcade.
Yeah, it's got the Penny Arcade guy.
Yeah.
But like, is there like special poker rules, or is it just regular poker?
It's just poker with those characters.
Okay, that's what I could not figure out by looking at it.
Yeah, no. I think I don't even. Did I get it in Steam? I've got it on some platform. I may not play on that platform.
It just came out today.
Oh.
So it very well could have been on other platforms. I totally believe you. Yeah, just looking at the sys requirements, Intel Core 2 Duo with 1 gigabyte of storage. I didn't know they could make video games with only 1 gigabyte of storage needed. I thought every game needed
it's got Salmon Max, it's got Strong Bad, it's got the Heavy from TF2. Of course, it's got Tycho from Penny Arcade. That was a weird game. It was. I mean, it's poker. It's Texas Hold'em, right? Yeah, Texas.
Yeah,
No limit Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's $10 for a poker game, and I'm just kind of like, interesting.
Yeah.
Because that's one. I'm guessing within a month will be on sale for 99¢.
What did I have? I'm guessing that I had it for maybe the Xbox or something. Because I had it for some device, some platform. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. You know me, I'm a sucker for these stupid lists of like top 10 of this and that, and then I'm a sucker who bitches and moans about this is a terrible list. Why would you do this?
I feel like you're just giving into your own negativity.
Yes, probably. There was a list that came out, the 10 untouchable 90s games nobody remembers. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think I remember all of them.
That's a title like that's just begging for people to be like, you're dumb.
Yeah, exactly. It's rage bait.
It is. Yes, you're right.
Gunstar Heroes. Yeah, I played that game. It was good. It was very good. It was a Sega Genesis. I never owned a Sega Genesis, but I played the game, so you do the math. Einhander. This is the one I'm a little bit. I think I played this game. It's from Square Enix or Square, I guess, at the time. It was more of a mech game. No, it wasn't a mech game. It was it was like a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, where you were in an airship, or not an airship, like a spaceship. Thief: The Dark Project. Basically, the game that basically brought stealth into.
That's a very well-known game.
I know, like, no one remembers it. I mean, yes, I will fully admit that, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of us have probably been hit over the head constantly in the past, I don't know, year and a half to try to forget about things, but
some things we still remember.
The next one is Total Annihilation, which I'm like, yes.
Total War, that's not a fair one, because how many Total War games are there? There's like 8,000 variations.
Right.
So,
well, yeah.
Yeah. That's cheating.
It's an RTS game. I mean, it's one of you had Total Annihilation, Red Alert, and then the real redheaded stepchild, KKND, Crush, Kill, and Destroy.
Or just Warcraft.
True, but we're talking like more. I guess it would be closer to like StarCraft with the setting. Anyways, the next one, another one that, oh my God, Myth: The Fallen Lords. Like, yep, played that one too. It was a tactical squad based combat game.
Okay.
This one is that's just stupid because they're bringing it back, and it is, of course, Marathon. Yeah.
Nice.
How about Dungeon Keeper? Yeah.
That's a great game. That's a classic, man.
Yeah, it's a classic. That was a fun game too.
Indeed.
Star Siege Tribes.
Yeah.
I played the hell out of that game, and actually, High Res, I think, did a Star Siege Tribes Ascend, I think.
I remember they did something with Tribes, yeah.
Yeah, which is why they abandoned Global Agenda.
I really wish that game had done well.
I know, so do I. The next one is Star Control 3. which is, an intergalactic tactical combat strategic fleet type of game, which is basically another Master of Orion. How about MDK?
I feel like I've heard of it.
It's a hybrid sniper and third-person shooter where you had this black suit that could morph and do stuff. Yeah, I love one of the comments though. Just like other stupid sites, it's this article is a half-hearted creation by lazy writers. I love it. All right. We got one more topic that we're just going to touch on real quick. AI, which is a huge ass topic, but
what's AI? I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
What does the A stand for again? Artificial.
Ass.
Okay, what does the I stand for? Intelligence.
Ass interference.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, apparently there has been recently a huge mass canceling of a certain AI system, that being ChatGPT, over the comments that was made by the CEO of OpenAI, talking about how it's being used for military purposes. I'm like, oh, yay, Skynet. Right now, dumb Skynet, but still, Skynet.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, at the end of the day, like, the App Store downloads really doesn't matter because it's really what are the businesses and government using? That's what actually pays the bill at the end of the day.
Right.
And like a company's not going to go cancel OpenAI due to the comments if they already have a subscription. That's just the reality.
It's coming from places where we both understand contracts for software licensing. It is not something that just out of the blue you decide we're going to cancel it. There are a lot of steps.
And the personal usage, I mean, by like you and I just downloading it from the App Store and uses.
Yeah.
Like that's such a infinitesimal drop in the bucket of their overall income. I mean, just look at what's happening with like the hardware with NVIDIA, where they're basically rumored to be leaving the consumer market because comparatively speaking to the business, in this case, AI market, you and I are such a tiny but at the same time, people vote with their wallets. So if people do oppose, what OpenAI is doing by basically capitulating to our government, then I say more power to the people, and hopefully it does have an effect. I think it can absolutely have an effect of how people use their wallets. I think the conundrum with specifically things like Claude or Anthropic versus OpenAI is our wallet really doesn't affect their bottom line.
Yeah.
Versus something like that's happened, for instance, like Target, where our wallet does affect their bottom line 100%. So that's my thing with AI. I guess my nightly rant is it just does actually. So my nightly rant of AI now is so really up until now. One of the things, I don't know if I'd say like is necessarily the word, but I found interesting with social media was when there was crazy events in the world. So in this case, I am referring to the whole Iran war conflict. I don't know what we're calling it. Like people would be sharing on social media like what was happening with like live footage.
Yeah.
And like I think back to like the original Gulf War where like we saw on CNN, like shit happening. It was like a holy shit moment where like we see this live, and now it's kind of moved to like, personal, like, hey, I'm sharing videos, like I'm in Iran and this bomb is hitting. It's just an interesting way to see what's going on with the world. But the problem that's happening now is like, so you're scrolling through, let's just say Facebook or Instagram, and you see people like posting like, hey, I'm in, Iran, or I guess now the UAE, where they're also getting like drone hits. And it's like, this is what's happening. But now it's being inundated with AI videos of crazy bomb hits. And at first it's like, what the hell is happening? And then you realize like, oh, wait, this is a stupid AI video of supposedly what's happening in XYZ country. And it's just, I don't know. I've done it in the past where like I don't know like what movies are actually coming out anymore. There's all these fake advertisements. And now it used to be like you could see like online footage of what people are reporting, and like you can at least see it and make a judgment for yourself based on you knew what was actually happening.
Right.
And now it's like, what the hell? I don't even know if the video I'm watching is real anymore.
Yeah. No, I take everything with a grain of salt.
That's where I feel like, I know it's kind of, you could call it a slippery slope, but I do think that's where, like, in this case, Facebook and them, I think they do have a duty to try to filter out the AI bullshit.
Yeah.
Frankly, because in this case, I say specifically because that's how they're making their money. Like, Facebook makes the money based off of our eyeballs watching their platform to make those advertising money. And it's all basically fake user-generated content that they're now making money off of that. To me, that's where the burden does fall on them to like actually do something about that.
Right.
But they're not going to.
No.
Yeah. So that's why, So that's where the AI is really kind of pissing me off, is with the whole videos. It's escalated from just like fake movies where really that doesn't affect anyone at the end of the day, to now like fake video footage of a war that's occurring. And it's just like, really? Yeah.
So I found it. I did poker night at the inventory. There was an edition on Steam in 2010, and I actually own it.
What? So is that okay? So the one so is this like a different?
It's an updated version of it.
Okay, so it's the same game, just updated.
Yeah.
So could you download the one that's on Steam now with your license? I'm just kind of curious.
I think so. It gives me the option to install.
Interesting. Huh. So I'm kind of curious how they do their dates, because according to the Steam page, the release date is today. So it's just kind of fascinating.
But that's here. I am going to drop it in the chat. Let's see if it'll let me actually. No, you son of a bitch.
I'm gonna flag you as spam. I don't know if I could actually do that because you're a mod. I'm kind of curious.
Don't do it. Oh my god. Seriously?
Are you having issues?
I apparently have not. I've got kicked out of Twitch.
I was about to ask, have you ever used a computer? Do you know how to copy and paste, bro?
No, it's
a Twitch.
It's a there we go. That's the original version.
Oh, fascinating.
It's no longer available on Steam, but I can still download it.
Huh. That's interesting. All right. Developers Telltale Games. Nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same game. Just looking at the it doesn't even look like the graphics have changed. That's fascinating.
I think that the graphics have probably changed just a little bit, but anyway.
Just a little. But still, that's just entertaining. Where it's the 2000. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Because the more I thought about it, but wait, the TF2 guy was like pretty center, and I don't see him on any other platform.
So I'm curious, if you were to install it, do you get the old version, or do you actually get updated to the new version?
No, the old version.
That's lame.
Yeah.
Wow. 36 of my friends on Steam own the game. Huh.
There you go.
I mean, I get
Zealeus
it.
has 36
really...
friends? Oh.
Hey, I almost have more friends than players of High Guard.
Oh. You definitely got more friends than are playing, what was the other game?
Elder Guard.
Yeah, Elder Guard.
I mean, I do kind of feel like if you already own the 2010 version of Poker Night, you should get updated to the current version.
Loyalty, baby.
It seems kind of crappy. It kind of seems crappy that you don't. That's just my 2 cents. But I don't think they care about my opinion.
Probably not.
Maybe if they became an AI chatbot and inundated them, then they'd care. I just have to market myself correctly.
There you go. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our show. So I'd like to thank everyone for tuning into the Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zealeus, it's been a pleasure giving everything from our heads, our mouths, and of course, our hearts. We'll be back next Thursday for another Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother. And we're out.
So the funny thing is, looking at Elder Guard, I remember when I saw this last week, like, for just a normal PvE single-player game, it looks like it'd be a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Well, like, what they did, like, the classes, and, like, each class is unique, where they have, like, different weapons and skills. I'm like, this sounds really freaking cool.
Yep.
If it was just a PvE single-player or hell, yeah, multiplayer, MMO, I don't care. But all the reviews I read are basically it's bullshit because they brought in the PvP, where basically if you die, you lose everything.
Oh, yay. My favorite type of reward.
That works in, like, roguelike or, like, MOBA type of games, right? Because it's, like, a 60-minute match. Like, okay. Or, like, old school RuneScape, where it's part of the charm, I guess. Those kind of games. But, like, no, not for modern players. It's just no. It just doesn't work now.
No offense, but we've done too much hand holding.
Yeah, it just that type of hardcore PvP is just not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But people they like PvP games where they can quickly get back in the action and like up to kind of a power level.
So not Elden Ring, where you go through everything and then have to build everything back up to then go do it again.
Well, obviously there's a niche for that.
I'm very aware. I am not in that niche.
But again, I think to be fair, like Elden Ring is its own niche of those games that does well. It caters to those games. The problem with a game like, I guess, Elden Ring now I'm getting my names mixed up, is kind of like High Guard, where it's trying to break into a genre where there's already all these heavyweights.
Yep.
That's what you're running into now, I think, with these games. And I think that's why Marathon can succeed, because it has the backing of Bungie, frankly.
Yeah.
That